Imagine someone hands you a glass of something and says, "Don't drink that. It might be poison." You wouldn't drink it, obviously. Now imagine someone you trusted completely just lied to you. Badly. Your stomach drops. Your throat tightens. You feel physically sick. Here's the question nobody asks. Why does betrayal feel like something you ate? Your brain is doing something strange, something ancient, something it was never supposed to stop doing. And by the end of this video, you're going to look at disgust and at people very differently. Your brain has one system for poison and one system for bad people. And here's the problem. They're the same system. That's not a metaphor. That's neuroscience. Let's go back, way back, before supermarkets, before refrigerators, before anyone knew what bacteria was. You're a human, an early one. And food is trying to kill you. Not because anyone planned it, just because meat goes bad. Plants grow mold. Water gets contaminated. You need a warning system, fast, so your brain builds one. It's called disgust, and it is ruthlessly efficient. Rotten smell? Disgust. Wrong texture? Disgust. Weird color on food that was fine yesterday? Disgust. The face you make, nose wrinkling, upper lip pulling back, is the same across almost every culture on Earth. Researchers have found it in Japanese, Greek, Israeli, and Hopi communities. The expression is nearly universal. Your body is saying, eject, do not consume, threat detected. It worked. It kept your ancestors alive. So far, so reasonable. But then, evolution did something strange. The disgust system was so good at protecting you from physical threats that your brain started using it for something else entirely. Psychologist Paul Rosen, who spent decades studying disgust, calls this pre-adaptation. That's a fancy word for a simple idea. A system that evolves for one purpose gets borrowed for another. Think of it like your mouth. It evolved for eating, but somewhere along the way, your brain figured out it could also use it to speak. Same thing happened to disgust. Your brain took this ancient poison detector and quietly expanded its job description. New threats on the list: betrayal, hypocrisy, unfairness, social violations, people who break the rules, people who cheat, people who lie to your face. According to researchers Rosen, Haidt, and McCauley, disgust evolved from protecting the body to protecting the social order. Your brain now uses the same system to reject rotten food and rotten behavior, which would be fine, except it can't always tell the difference. Here's where it gets specific. There's a region deep in your brain called the anterior insula. Think of it as the hub of disgust processing, where all disgust signals from all sources get routed. In 2003, neuroscientist Bruno Weicker and his team ran a study. They had people smell something genuinely disgusting. Then they had the same people watch video clips of other people making disgusted faces. The result? The same sites in the anterior insula lit up, both times. Experiencing disgust and seeing someone else's disgust. Identical brain activation. Your brain doesn't just feel disgust, it runs it as shared software. See the face, run the program. Now here's where it gets weird. Scientists ran an experiment called the ultimatum game. Simple setup. One person gets money and has to offer some to a stranger. If the stranger rejects the offer, neither person gets anything. Rational choice says, accept anything. Some money is better than none. But when the offers were unfair, say keeping 80% for themselves, something happened on the stranger's face. A micro-expression, barely visible, almost too fast to catch. The disgust face, the same one you make biting into something rotten. And here's the thing, the more disgusted they looked, the more likely they were to reject the offer, even when it cost them money. Researcher Hannah Chapman and her team caught this in 2009. When someone treats you unfairly, your brain doesn't just think, that's rude. It processes it the same way it processes bad food. It wants to spit it out. Now here's the part that should make you slightly uncomfortable. In 2005, Psychologists Thalia Wheatley and Jonathan Haidt ran a study using hypnosis. They gave participants a post-hypnotic suggestion. Feel a flash of disgust when you read a certain ordinary word. A word like often. Then they had those participants read stories and judge whether someone did something wrong. Some stories had the trigger word. Some didn't. Here's what happened. In stories that contained no wrongdoing at all, completely blameless actions, about a third of participants still said the person seemed morally wrong. They couldn't explain why. They just felt it. The disgust came first. The judgment came second. The reason came never. Every moral feeling you've ever had, every time someone felt wrong to you, every time a situation made your stomach turn, your disgust system fired before your logic did. You didn't reason your way to the feeling. The feeling chose you. That pit in your stomach when someone betrays you, it's not a metaphor. Research suggests disgust, including moral disgust, measurably disrupts your gastric rhythm. Around the time of moral distress, your stomach changes its activity. Your body is not overreacting. It's running ancient code on a modern problem. So, why does betrayal feel like something you ate? Because to your brain, it basically is. You have one system. It started with food. It got borrowed by evolution to handle the social world. And now it runs in the background, every day, flagging bad people the same way it flags bad meat, making your stomach drop when someone lies to you, and quietly shaping your moral judgments before you've had a single conscious thought about them. You didn't build this system. You inherited it. It's been running since before language existed. And here's the in a strange comfort in that. The next time betrayal hits you physically, that real bodily sick feeling is not weakness. It's not overreacting. It's your oldest protection system doing exactly what it was built to do. It just can't tell the difference between poison and a person. Which raises a question worth sitting with. If your disgust system can misfire, if it can make you condemn someone for no reason at all, how many times has it already